And Tim Unlu goes over a tenth of a second fast.
Rough there we go. Now everything's working. Just gotta fix my gain. There we go. Everything should be fine now. Hello everyone. Welcome. It's Premier Series time. First test race here for the Premier Series in just a short while. I'm here with Alex Cochrane, who's helping run this event. Hello. Are the audio level good, by the way?
Good question.
Yeah, cause it seems everything's fine here. I think desktop may be a little quiet though. So, but yeah, as we're gonna switch over to find a few seconds of practice and wait for the volume to start. So,
you're quiet on the stream. Sorry.
Quiet on the stream. Let me turn this up. That better? Should happen. A few seconds.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Sounds good to me.
Alright. I'm not the best with audio. I don't really know it sounds good with audio, but hopefully I sound good now. Yeah, is there anything you'd like to say, Alex, about the season? Obviously, we have a bunch of cars here today.
Yeah, nothing specific really. Just very glad to be back. Anyone who's followed Formula Trophy for some time knows we've not had a Premier Series event for maybe nearly a year at this point, which it's very long for us. It's very, very glad to be back. Here we are, in the season 12 preparation, running the Formula Hybrid 23. Hoping to move on to the next car when it comes out. Nudge, nudge, hint in RSS, get that done soon. But yeah, very glad to be back here. And a lot of new names, a lot of new faces here racing too. So it should be a good one.
Yeah. I was gonna say, obviously, it's a bunch of new names, a bunch of return names. You have Cody Lawrence here, Steve Stevenson, some new names like Roland, Andy. This ones at the bat. I don't think who've competed in Trout. I don't think last season or. Well, Roland I know has it because I know him. I told him to do the race. So. What?
Actually, I think Roland has raced in Trout.
Oh well, yeah. I told him. Yeah, I think he has raced. Yeah, but box 5 with us back in season 11. Yeah, I know Andy's new too because Roland asked him to do it. But yeah, just still.
Yeah, it's great.
But besides the people I know too, yeah, there's just a bunch of new people here too. And you guys have been longer than me, so if you're seeing new people, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, anyone who is new to the league, watching this back or watching it live now, we're very glad you're here. If anyone's unsure, we'd love to see you here. So join the Discord server, get involved. Season 12 has not started yet, so you'll be able to participate in the whole thing.
If I can. Wally has officially started here with Formula Trout. First one out is last season's champion, Cody Lawrence. So, see if he gets that. I think he is the first one out on track. Yeah, he's the furthest out on the track as of right now. Going through the first long straight of here at Silverstone. Do we have any expectations of who might be the fastest around here for the first test race?
I mean, Cody is obviously the favourite, as you say, last season champion. I can't remember he won here last season. We did run Silverstone in season 11, and he might have won here. I'm not sure actually.
Pretty sure he did. Yeah, I think Cody did win Silverstone last year. Or last season.
Yeah, so that would definitely make him the favourite. But I can't remember the name. Obviously, all these new faces. Cody said he's invited someone. Two Formula Trout who is new to the series, but very fast in other leagues in sim racing, and he's in practice I think we saw him in P2 actually, so he could be giving Cody a run for his money, or at least a bit of competition. I think Stevenson's on the grid as well, that we saw going toe to toe with Stevenson all last season. Unfortunately, Thomas Barbary is not here, missing this race because he's away, but he has expressed his interest in the series. But yeah, I think the favourite today has to be Lawrence as he starts his qualifying lap here today.
Yeah, and here Cody Lawrence is going to set the benchmark for everyone to try to beat in their first few laps, or maybe the whole session if it is fast enough. Currently, I think he's on the C2 tires, the second hardest compound. I did hear a bit of chatter that obviously Silverstone, very hard on your tires. It's free choice here in Formula Trout. From C5 to C1, and the top 10 have to qualify with the tire that they qualify on. I was hearing that kind of the softer ones I don't think are really viable. I hear at Silverstone, which is how high the deg is, so I think we're going to just see a bunch of the harder compounds. Maybe we'll see a C3 up here, but I think it's also going to be sticking to C2s and C1s.
Yeah, I think this is a very tactical decision for Cody, as you say, on the C2. We've got a car stop on the inside there. Yeah, you have to start on quality tyre if you start in the top 10, and I would make what I say is the safe assumption that Cody will be qualifying in that top 10, so you wouldn't really have to C2. I think if you ran the C3, you could do it, but you would be compromised in the race. You'd have to be doing C3, extend them out as long as possible, and then switch to the C1s. It wouldn't be the ideal strategy, whereas I think Cody is targeting that ideal strategy as it comes through the first one set a lap to see what the benchmark is.
Yeah, so we'll see what Cody sets as he's going to come across the line at the recently named Hamilton Straight. As it doesn't appear on my thing, but I think he sets a 128.6. He does.
That's right. Okay.
As leaderboard is taking a while to update. Hopefully it'll update in a bit. See if we can find some other drivers.
So, sorry to cut across, bit of drama already. Martin Souza, new face on the grid. Didn't fill up his car with enough fuel and had to return to pits illegally. As a test, we'll let him off this one time with a warning.
Well, good to hear. Thankfully for him, qualifying's not over. Obviously, yeah, it is a test race. Just kind of to get everyone back to the groove of racing. We haven't gone racing here in the Premier Series for quite a while. I think almost a year now, due to us trying to stay up with, at least trying to use the latest generation of car each season. But we're back and just trying to get everyone back to the groove of racing. Good Lawrence still on the pole. A few more times have been set throughout the session. That's the relative. And there we go. There are some times popping up as they all just disappear. Okay, thanks. Well, hopefully we'll see the leaderboard pop up again. Maybe it'll pop on this lap. 28.6 was Cody's last lap. We'll reset now. There we go, at 28.3. So there we go. Now sometimes we can officially pop up on this leaderboard. Max Coulson, who's into the pits, he is P2 currently. Steve Stevenson's third, obviously. Steve Stevenson fighting for the championship in the Sprint Series, which ends next week. With the F3 cars, and here in this test race in Formula 23, there's, yeah, all the time starting to pop up now. Yeah, Cody Coleman soon went out track. And sometimes the gap between Coulson and Lawrence. So good to see that Lawrence still has the pace within him and still lead the field. We're going to go follow Dave Southwood. What is C7? Dave Southwood, 29.9. This is qualifying time as of right now.
Personally glad to see Southwood back here. DC Racing driver for my team. He's not really been participating in any of our Sprint Series and the Lemon Series, but very glad to see him back here in the Premier Series, back on track. Yeah, just as very good season once again. Very proven driver, so glad to have him on board and see what he can do in this test race, because as you were saying before, there'll be a lot of buses, a lot of drivers that we're going to need to get rid of.
Yeah, we're on board with him. Yeah, let's see what Dave Southwood can set. I think this test race is going to be a pretty good way to see where everyone's just kind of stacking up. I don't know, he's going into pits. I guess he's running low on fuel, or they messed up somewhere. But yeah, it was a second down. Roughly, I think that's what that means. That's for the technical line. Oh no, that's just time. My bad. He was 1.5 seconds down on Cody Lawrence's time. I guess he wasn't improving, or he was running low on fuel on that lap.
It's a very, very busy track. Looking at the tracker here, all but about 4 cars are actually on track. Very, very busy. Kind of all evenly spaced out, so no one should be holding each other up. But not an easy place to set a lap. Yeah, if you make a mistake, like maybe they
we have a new face, just ran stopper, setting a lap 29.7, spinning himself into P8. We should see this leaderboard fill up quite a while. I think everyone is kind of roughly on their out lap, setting their first few laps of the session.
Yeah, some 21 drivers in the session at the moment. So we'll fill up soon there. We might just last 2 hours, but then still some to go.
Yeah, I guess we'll see if I think Usprint's going to be coming in the pits after this lap. Well, on this lap, as he did just complete a lap. Let's see if we can find anyone else who's on that VR track map. We have Andy Park, who I think is also coming in. New face, I think, coming in on this lap too. 130.7. So yeah, just on the track map itself, it is insane. There's almost a car on every part of the track. I think, yeah, Usprint Stopper coming in. Carter Jackson crossing the line. I think he's about to start a lap.
Oh, Stevens up to P2 there, just in the background.
And Steve Stevenson up to P2. P2 20.8, just a few tenths down from Cody Lawrence. Closing the field is very much closing that gap down from Cody Lawrence's time. Let's see. We'll see if we'll see if they can catch up to Cody Lawrence and close that gap. Let's watch Carter Jackson set a lap time. As this should help us right here. Now we're going to see who's on that lap. Who is currently on a lap or in their end lap. I guess not, I guess. Jackson. I'm pretty sure he is on a lap, Carter Jackson. So we'll stay on board with him.
Time, 8 tenths.
Carter Jackson has 2 personal best sectors. He's about to cross the line. He's around 7 tenths, 8 tenths up from his delta from the live time. Let's see what he can set. Goes to P12 at 1 minute 30 flat. Carter Jackson moves up to P12 behind Gautier and Southwood.
Lawrence has improved the pole time though, it's a 1:28 flat now.
And yeah, Lawrence is kind of just commanding this quality session right now. I think we'll move back to looking at the gaps. Damn, I skipped it. I skipped it. But do not look at the gaps. Oh, there you go. The gaps. It's 8 tenths between Stevenson and Cody Lawrence in this Formula Hybrid.
It's really impressive because you look at the gap to Lawrence, it's 8 tenths, and then the gaps between Stevenson and the rest of the field is so close. It's a few tenths between the next cars. So Lawrence just a huge lead at the moment on divisional pole.
Yeah, Cody Lawrence, super impressive time. I know they were all very much putting the laps in the practice session, trying to get to grips with this car again before this test race. To really show what they have. I think Cody Lawrence is just showing how, I guess, consistent he is. Hasn't lost a tenth of hundredth of his pace from when season 11 ended. They're still very much going to lead the field, it seems, going into season 12. Yeah, it's a very busy track. Someone just crossed the line there, setting a time. See who's on the lap. I think Max Koson, a new face too, is going into the pits. Track is very weird. It's very hard to tell if someone's going straight on or going to set a lap time. So,
out of interest, is there a rule that stops people from speeding into the pits during quali?
Yes.
Okay.
we'll watch Roland Justin set a time, improve up to P7 at 29.2 is his time. Yeah, and seemingly everyone is on the harder tires. I don't think anyone is actually taking the risk with C1s or C3s.
Yeah, I mean at the moment, remember there's still rubbering in the track. It starts with lower grip and it slowly gets faster throughout the session. So maybe if some of the guys are gonna risk that strategy, you're gonna want to do it at the end of the session. Bankers on the safe tire just in case. Maybe you have more pace than you realise, and then at the end throw those set of C3s or maybe softer tyres and see what you can do. I think some of the guys down in maybe the bottom 15 or so might be risking that. I think Ryan Wilson could be one that could risk that. He's definitely shown before he's good pace sometimes, so that those tyres would be a good way to get him up there, get him in the mix in the race.
And as I said, I don't think anyone is. I think Ryan Hawk is in the pits right now. I think his last lap time was on a C3, and I think Leo Gomez, yeah, he's on C5. He's on the softest compound right now.
Brave man, brave man.
Definitely P20, but let's see if he can improve. C5s, again, like we said earlier, the tire wear on this track, Silverstone, it's known for high tire wear, so I'm interested to see if he can even extract some time with those C5s. Just obviously he's gonna have to deal with overheating and just the insane amount of wear the C5s will have, obviously. As they're actually gonna go into the pits. As that's Roberto Rodaccio, driver of the chicken car. Passed on the Allnack. Going off the track there, getting out the way for people setting their times.
Very busy track there in the last sector.
See if anyone here. No, all these people are heading into the pit lane. Very busy track with all of them into the pits.
This will be people preparing for the final runs, just over 5 minutes to go, so with an outlap, let's say 2 minutes for an outlap, prepare the tyres. That's going to be just enough time to get 1, maybe 2 laps in.
See Thomas Gautier crossing the line. Currently 2 seconds off the fastest time. Improves the P11 to 29.6. Closes the gap to 1.6 seconds off Cody Lawrence, who is, again, 8/10 in front of Stevenson. I think everyone at this point now in the session is going to start preparing for their final laps. And as it seems, I think everyone within the top 10, everyone in the top 10 is currently using the C2 tires. So
that's, Neil just up P2 there, sorry, just right in front of Stevenson. 28.6, I think it is, maybe 28.7. Just behind Cody now. Maybe on the front row if it ends like this, but still 4 minutes to go, so I'm not going to call it now.
Who's that in front of we have Nicholas Dearson by a set of lap. I think Cody Lawrence is actually about to cross the line, so we'll actually jump over him. See if he can actually improve his lap time as he's about to set a lap. As Jaden Neal pops up to P2. Is that correct? Or is that my leaderboard glitching? Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, no, Neil P2.
Yeah, 28.6. Pops up to P2. I think it just took the leaderboard a while to update because I wasn't looking because he just kind of appeared there. But yeah, 26.2, 6/10 off Cody Lawrence. He's currently setting his own lap, 10th off his personal best right now. But his first sector still wasn't that bad as well. We are getting a bit snappy on the exit. I think that's I need a track map. I don't remember this one names. I know this one though, Cops. I don't want to know this one. As we go into Maggots and Beckett's.
It's worth mentioning that the track temperatures are increasing, so it's gone up from 27 degrees to 28. A new feature this season is that we're having dynamic track temperatures, so I'll try and keep an eye out on that. We're at 100% track grip though, so these guys will be setting the fastest laps possible at the moment.
Yeah, and as we watch these final few laps, I think that's Cody Lawrence actually going into the pits. It's Cody Lawrence, I think, heading into the pits. And as we continue
out of his lap, I don't think he'll have time to do another one. It'll be very, very close.
Very close, and yeah, don't think it will affect the strategy, but it will maybe affect his position, as I think people are starting to slightly get some faster lap times in, and obviously closing in on that time he set at 28 flat. As
29 degrees now.
Yeah, as the track's just heating up, as Jaden Neal's on the lap trying to improve himself. Remember that also I think everyone in the top 10 has to start on the tire they qualified with. So I think everyone is going to have to start on C2s in the top 10. Everyone under them though is going to have
Dave Southwood.
Dave Southwood? What is he? What is he on?
Yeah, he's qualified. He's currently 6th on the C3 tire. Yeah, everyone else is on C2.
Yeah, he's currently on the C3 and he's sitting 6th. So I guess we do have someone in the top 10 trying to go against the grain or the mold. That's Dave Southwood with a C3 tire off softer compound. So we'll see if he can manage that at the start of the race. If he does stay within the top 10. We're going to pop back to Neil. Let's see if he can improve his time. I don't think this time will be Cody Lawrence, but he will have an improvement. He's going to cross the line in just a few time through this last corner. Let's see, set. Crosses the line and doesn't improve. will not improve. I think we have Roland Justin pitting. And we're going to have Carter Jackson now coming to finish his lap. Or I think he's actually going to start a lap right now, Carter Jackson is. We'll check his sector times. And yeah, I think he's going to start a lap. So with Carter Jackson, a minute left to go in this session. See if he can improve his position. I don't think Cody Lawrence is out. Where is he on track? He is actually about to start a lap. As Coulson, why missed that? Coulson has set a lap. He set a 128, a 128.5, the fastest second sector of the session. Pops up to P2, 5 tenths behind Cody Lawrence, and yeah, they're very quickly catching up to that time Lawrence set. And talking of Lawrence, Cody Lawrence, right behind Coulson, on track, going on his lap to finish out this session with 24 seconds to go. Sugar flag will drop any second now.
Track temps have dropped down to 26 degrees.
It's getting a little colder, I think. Something. See what Cody Lawrence's first sector is going to be a 25.6. Cody Lawrence's first sector.
Yeah, Cody's lap's terrible. He's 2 seconds down.
Yeah, he's not faster at all. He's 2 seconds down. Yeah, like you said, Alex. Like catching that. And yeah, I think it's gonna be Cody's qualifying just over. I think he's not gonna be able to improve. I think Coulson is probably gonna be heading into the pits. His lap time is not seeming that good either. Dave Southwood, will he make the line? He's P3. No, he's in pits. My bad. I thought he was out. Jaden Neal's a second down on his Delta. We have Roberto Rodacci on a lap. No, we don't. Why was his Delta move on my screen? Okay. Who do we have on track? Lawrence. Yeah, Lawrence is pitting.
I think Stoper is on the lap. P13 at the moment. I'm not sure.
No, he's slowing. Yeah, his sprint stop was slowing. I guess he wasn't improving. Let's get him into the pits. Jaden Neal, not improving either. And we have Martin Souza following right behind him in P18. And I think that might be qualifying over. Cody Lawrence was trying to improve, but his lap messed up. But he messed up the lap, but it doesn't matter. Cody Lawrence sits on pole position for the first test race here in the Premier Series. So, messed up the last lap, but still sits on pole for Premier.
Yeah, very well done. Did say he was the favourite, and he's proving that so far. 5 tenths clear. The next car is really impressive.
Yeah, it says Dave South. That's Southwood on track? No, who's that? Who's that? Oh no, it's P18. It's Souza. I think he just set his lap time, doesn't improve. It's the only driver on the C5. Stops his compound, but he stays P18. And I guess we're just waiting for him to come to the pits. And that is qualifying over here in the first test race.
That's a great position for Dave Southwood.
Yeah, but huge man Cody Lawrence, pole man for the first test race. But right behind him, Coulson and Southwood in P2 and P3. One name that's new, and one name that we've definitely seen before in the Premier Series. Out to get him on the start. Yeah, qualifying is definitely going to be interesting. Or the race is going to definitely be. So, how are we feeling about this race? First race, obviously not official championship race, but first race of the Premier Series in a long while, under its rules, I guess. But, how are we feeling?
Yeah, quite excited. It's been a long time coming. You know, when has an F1 season ever started in November before?
Yeah, it's been a long time since the last race. And I can't wait to just see the competition. We have new faces, we have old ones returning. I know, sadly, some of the people we've seen in Season 11 would definitely compete if they could. Sadly, couldn't make it today. But yeah, I'm just excited to see some cars on track again.
Some good news, Mason Schilt, who's been trying to connect all qualifying, has finally made it into the session. Admittedly missed qualifying, but he'll be glad to at least join the race. He's been having issues with checksum.
That means our 21 car grid is going to almost do a 21 car grid. What do you know? So, I guess, lastly, do we have any predictions on who might win today?
Well, I can make the obvious one. I'll let you do that.
I guess I'll do the obvious one. Cody Lawrence. Pole. Pretty clear gap between him and second qualifying. But hey, you never know what's going to happen on the start. Cody Lawrence could pull Lando Norris and kind of follow the start.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, Max in P2 is unknown quantity. We don't know how he's going to go in the race. Some drivers are known for being good in the race, some are known for being in quality. Obviously, Cody's a very complete driver. Southwood in P3's qualified very well, but he's known for being good in the race. Max is a bit unknown, so we'll see how that goes. He's on the front row alongside him into Abbey at the inside, so we can get a good getaway. He could be taking the lead into turn 1, to be fair.
Yeah, hold on. It's only a few seconds now before the race starts, so we'll swap over and launch this grid. See Cody Lawrence on the pole here at Silverstone. David Southwood and I think I'm trying to learn everyone's names as we're going along. Max Cosin in P2, Dave Southwood in P3, and it's only Dave Southwood on the alternate tire. Dave Southwood is the only guy doing the alternate strategy. Well, we'll see how that plays out as the race has the 6 lights, because it said, of course, turn on. 6 lights as we get prepared to watch the first test race here for the Premier Series. As it's lights out and away we go for the Premier Series here in Formula Trout. Cody Lawrence seemed to get a pretty good start. As, oh god, what is happening? Oh my god, he's normalizing. Cody Lawrence seemed to get a good start. I think there was a bit of contact there. Sorry for that, by the way. But see Cody Lawrence keeping it clean, keeping the lead. I think that's Dave Southwood staying behind, close and keeping P2. That's a car spinning off. That is dinosaurs spinning off. And not getting the best start. The second pack of cars back here. Here works Steve Stevenson down to P13. Oh, that's someone on the track. Steve Stevenson's working
with 4 cars go off in the background. One of them being Steven Stevenson. And then on the first straight we had a bit of a spin as well, but all green now by the looks of things.
Yeah, Cody Lawrence still leading this race.
Would have been a safety car.
Cody Lawrence still leading this race. I see a bit of a pack back there at the entrance back. It's on that camera angle. As we can see, I think maybe an overtake attempt onto Jordan Niels. No, Benot stays behind Jordan Niels. But Cody Lawrence sticking with not pulling Lando Norris. Ooh, that's almost a send from Simon on Neil. But Cody Lawrence keeps the lead of this race and keeps P1. And is sticking to leading this race. I'm proud of this. Think of things to say. As the leaderboard is now finally fixing itself.
Cars in the pits with damage by the look.
Yeah, we have some pitters. Ryan Wilson and Marshall Hubert. Mason Schilt slow at the end of the track. Give Leo Gomez a few positions, who is on the hardest tire. He's on C1s. Obviously, he didn't qualify in the top 10, so he had free choice. But yeah, some people getting damaged at the start, and seeming to pit early.
Very questionable rejoin there from Utras. Gomez. Oh yeah, Souza had to take avoiding action, but No contact.
Side by side. Like trying to see who that is. If we had a car side by side to make it spec, I think DRS should be enabled after this lap, correct?
Lap after this one, yeah. So the end of this lap, after the RS will be enabled, we'll have it down. Not just yet, that might really help. While they're a race.
Yeah, as Cody said, it's the fastest lap of the lap 3 now. DRS should be enabled when they come to the first main straight.
Wow, super close to Neil.
Yeah, with Dave Southwood having a DRS due to Coulson within a second of him, or him being in a second with Coulson. And he's not able to get close enough to get a move down into the section leading. So I think this is a cut.
Juarez though, he's up to P4 in front of Neil.
Yes, Simon then up in front of Neil. Neil falling really close behind. Ooh, poked out, thought about a move. Stays behind though as Simon goes a bit wide onto that green AstroTurf. But obviously, without DRS, these cars' slipstream isn't that strong. But DRS is, with DRS, the slipstream is very strong. And I want to see if Dave Southwood can maybe get a run onto Coulson on this back straight, but no, I don't think he's actually close enough to get a
yeah,
move.
it's really tricky around Silverstone. I mean, in that first sector, it was Neil that was back past again, so Benoit able to get that overtake, but not able to get enough of a gap, and yeah, he gets re-overtaken on the lap. But yeah, I was going to say, you know, even with DRS, the Magnussen Beckett here is really difficult to follow, so even if you have that DRS, you just drop back into the air and you have to overtake at the end of the straight. So one of the first sector place, but then as seen, if you don't build that gap, you can just get repassed, as what happened to Simon there.
Yeah, so I think Simon's goal is now just to try to get into try to get within, I'd say, around 5/4 of Coulson and get that move done earlier than later, or sooner than later, that's the right saying. Yeah, we were watching Simon though, chasing Neil, also with DRS around 2/10 the gap currently. As they go through Village. Woodcock maybe moving to cops, but I don't think the slipstream is going to be strong enough even it being this close. Yeah, no, he sticks behind. Goes a bit wide. Ball them from Beckett. I think now he's going to get DRS. What'd you say?
Just see the front of the car washing out as they get onto the exit, get through Chapel. All that, you know, the advantage that he has earlier on.
Ooh, so we battle here. Snoofy defending from Roland Justin, thinking about around the outside. Kind of gets pushed out of it though by Snoofy. And Roland's gonna have to think of another place to overtake. As who's behind Roland? I think it's for Daci on C1. So obviously he didn't qualify in the top 10. As that's Roland Justin losing traction on the end at the exit and onto the Hamilton straight, spinning, catching the car though, but he's most likely going to have damage from that spin, and he's out of the points now. As now he's defending from Carter Jackson and Steve Stevenson with a damaged car. That's definitely not going to help these guys trying to catch up again. See if they can get past him. Coming onto this main straight. Carter Jackson pulls out for the move, and so does Steve Stevenson. Steve Stevenson goes side by side as Carter Jackson goes wide and just loses the position again.
2 places for Stevenson now.
And yeah, so Stevenson up into P11 now. Now chasing Jesper Stoppa, who's on the last points paying position. Or points paying position. There's no real points for this, but if it was a real race, there would be. But we'll see if he can catch up to Jesper Stoppa before the end of his stint. The gap is around 2 seconds.
Worth noting that Southwood is as close as he's been to.
Yeah, I was about to say,
on.
Southwood, yeah, around 5/10 behind Coulson. The battle for P2, spicing up a bit as they go onto the Hamilton straight, crossing the line, going into turn 1. See if Dave Southwood can keep it close enough and maybe get a move down onto the main straight. I think back straight's the Hangar straight, and then this is the Camel straight. Okay.
Camel straight's a spa.
Oh, Camel straight. What's the back straight called? Or this straight?
Yeah,
Wellington, there you go. I get all you European names confused. All I know is Daytona and Talladega. I'm American.
It's worth noting that Jan Dragoon in the YouTube chat has mentioned Cody dominance could bore fans.
Maybe it could. Yeah, he is 6'10". He is 6, not 10 seconds in front of Coulson, who is fighting Dave Southwood, but their gap is 5/10. So yeah, maybe it could bore fans. Hopefully not. Maybe this race. Hopefully not in the actual season. We'll see some closer competition. As we know, a lot of the guys, some guys couldn't make it this race, sadly. But at least for this race, yeah, Cody domination may not give us a fight for the win. But I think these guys are giving us a fight for P2. As Dave Southwood maybe thinking around the outside. No, not close enough. Yeah, the DRS is pulling him just. He just needs to be a bit closer to get that DRS overtake. I think that was Yusman Sapa pass Andy Park into. I don't remember these corner names. I gotta search the track now.
It's really interesting to know that battle at the front with Dave Southwood is not able to get past Coulson there, and he's on C3, so he's the one on the alternative strategy. He chose the softer tyre for qualifying, so he's going to have to extend that C3 if he wants to go on the traditional strategy. Being stuck behind Coulson here just makes it really difficult for him. Benoit's really close to the lead in the background as well now.
Yeah, so Benoit maybe gonna think of move into Brooklyn's. I'm pretty sure this is. Yeah, as he goes around the outside. Can he stick it on the inside? Coming into Woodcott. As they're still going side by side. I think we're going to see a side by side through Cobb's corner. But they're both racing down. They're still side by side. Oh no, Simon backs out of it. Probably the safer option. And sticks and goes behind Neil. There's a Eastbound Stopper. This is in P9. Steve Stevenson chasing him. Steve Stevenson already got past Andy Park. But now I think he's going to try to get past this Brent Stoppa, who was on the hardest tire, the C1. Yeah, we'll see how much the DRS can pull him. This Brent Stoppa down this back straight. Hangar straight. Maybe around the outside. Yep, goes around the outside. I don't think he's going to make a stick there, yeah. Goes back. And it's going to chase more. Ooh, that's a car going wide. It's a car going wide in the background. Don't think we could catch that. But as ooh, Steve Stevenson into turn 1. Gonna go on Yisbrand's stop. I think Yisbrand's gonna have to just let him through. Yeah. No, it like keeps it side by side. And good move from Steve Stevenson into turn 1 to get past Yisbrand's stop. A very brave move. With how heavy these cars are.
Really impressive overtake there. Just at the front of the field as well, it looks like Coulson's lost some time. The top 5 are really bunched up now, apart from Cody, of course.
Oh but, yeah, no, the battle for the podium is really heating up now. As we have Dave Southwood chasing Coulson, and now Neil chasing Dave Southwood. And again, yeah, Southwood is the only one on the alternative strategy here within this pack, so the more battling he gets in, the more it's gonna hurt him as he's going, again he's on the alt strategy. This is most definitely not gonna help him and try to make that strategy work throughout this race.
It looks like Southwood is slower in the corners. I wonder if it's setup related or what.
Yeah, 8 laps, 9 laps into the race now. He's on C3s. The rest of the grid there is on C2s, so he just might be feeling it nowhere.
Yeah, C2s are definitely going to last a bit short. They're going to wear a bit faster than the C1, C2s. So There's that one of the C3s, yeah, could just be starting to feel the tire wear kick in. If you have a rough idea, I think rough idea when Southwood will pit, maybe a bit before halfway.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to be going onto the C1s, so it's going to be as late as possible on the C1s, but it's going to be in the wear by the end of it. Just a thing to note as well is the track's been started cloudy, but the sun has come out, and I think the track temperature's a bit higher, so probably getting hotter and wearing faster, so that's not ideal, not what even earlier.
Yeah, so Dave Southwood in a very tricky position now in this race and in the stint. He's going to try really hard to get past Closson in these few laps, before he has to pit. I think he's in kind of a DRS train now with Neil and Closson. And I think that's Simon, just a bit off in the back, just a few tenths off them. There's Steve Stevenson super close. Steve Stevenson battling Roberto Radacchia and getting past Roberto Radacchia for P8, and I think Steve Stevenson, we'll have to watch out for him later in this race. He's been making moves and catching up the grid, catching up to these faster guys, or these in the top 5, top 7 now. Yeah, now he's chasing Thomas Gautier, and I think soon enough Newfie, and then he'll be close to these guys in the top 5.
Yeah, definitely. I think Neil might have made a mistake. Oh, Southwood looks to the inside. Not close enough. I think Neil made a mistake because he's dropped back from that front pair. Stevenson makes up another position now. He's up to P7 now.
Yeah, Steve Stevenson really pushing to get these both kicks done and maybe get into that top 5 fight and make it a top 6 fight. There's only one car now separates him from the top 5. The American driver very much pushing.
A lot of drivers complain about tyres. Obviously, Ryan Wilson pitted first lap due to damage. Some comments on the stream. True Nicholas, turn 1 destroyed. That was fast for my first race. Absolutely nothing to do. Good luck for the future. I'm guessing that was Leo Gomez, maybe? Could be wrong. And Sam V saying, my friend is racing Utras. So, go Utras.
I think P19 at the moment with this podium pack at the front. Oh, don't forget once again. Oh, Stevenson's lost the position, unless it's just the timing. Drop behind Gautier again. That could be drive.
He's going to try to retake the position now, though. They're trying to retake the position now. So Stevenson against Gautier into these corner, trying to hold it around the outside.
They touch twice, I think.
Yeah, Gautier on the C3 tire, so he's on the softer compound. But he should be starting to feel the wear of these tires sooner than later. So it's side by side in Cobb's corner. Dang, he's really trying to get past him. They're gonna go side by side with Maggots and Beckett's. And now Thomas Gautier just sticks ahead.
In fact, there's that Schilt with the lap down in front of everyone.
That might be.
I think he's getting,
yeah, that is.
Yeah, he's getting mixed up in the battle there. Should be pretty fun.
He's gonna have to get out the way soon. And yeah, there he is. Gets out the way. Might be getting in the way of a few of these guys, like Radacchia on the C1. Goes a bit wide there, yeah. Nice to get out the way of, I think that's Cardinal. Yeah, Radacchia has to get out the way of Radacchia still. Still not out the way of Radacchia though, but Steve Stevenson down back in P8. Gautier is actually able to pull away a slight bit. Able to get Stevenson out of his DRS. So we'll see how.
Going for an overtake, maybe.
You have Neil here.
Why?
And these three are very close. Simon, Neil, and Southwood are super close. Let's see if maybe Neil can get a move down here on the back straight as DRS enabled. Yeah, I think he's gonna really get down the inside. Yeah, he goes down the inside. Let's see if he can get the move done. Yeah, wait before the corner, he's able to get ahead with Dave Southwood and take P3 and get onto the podium.
Yeah, Southwood pits, so
That's
those
Southwood.
tyres kind of started to drop off. These early pit stops are going to go into C1. Surely it's going to have to be a one stop if you want to be competitive.
That's with Dave Southwood into the pits. And yeah, that's Tim. That's Thomas into the pits as well. He's on the C2s though, so he might just be a very early pit compared to others on the tire. Yeah, there you go, Dave Southwood hits on the C1s, large compound, and will re-enter the track, I think around P13, P12 maybe? Because yeah, we see Andy Park, he's going to be racing out of the pits, as Dave Southwood exits the pits.
It looks like a very clean track in front of him though, a good gap to the next car, so that undercut might really work out for him.
Yeah, as he gets ahead in front of Andy Park, but the same cannot be said for Gautier, Thomas Gautier, who gets out behind Andy Park as they both go into P1s. So both on the hardest compound going for the one stop. Let's see if they can make it work. Dave Southwood though has to make up a lot of ground and again also wait for all these guys to pit. But let's see if he can make it work. But as of right now, I think the closest battle on track is Simon chasing Jaden Neal for the podium position. Both are on the C2. Both are battling, and they both want to catch up to Kosin, who they're just slightly non-DRS range, around 4 to 6/10. It's kind of hovering around the gap between Neil and Kosin. So maybe they're gonna try to work together and catch up.
Sorry.
Oh, what were you saying? My bad.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Southwood was kind of the bridge between Kosin and Neil. Now he's gone, the gap's 1.4, it's just too much. It doesn't have the DRS now. So if Kosin can get some clean laps, he might start to build that gap. He's really going to have to be where Southwood goes. There's so much clear track in front of him. He's going to be able to set really fast lap times. Really interested to see what his first clean lap is on the C1s. Might be in trouble. They're going to have to probably make an overtake on track if Southwood can keep putting clean laps in.
We'll see how far I guess Kosin can maybe extend this gap. But Neil is only 1.2 behind. He is slightly catching up. But yeah, let's see if we can get DRS by the time they reach the second DRS zone. Because no, the gap is actually slightly increasing one. I don't think he will get it, but I do think he will be close. I think that's side by side over there. Back there, I think it was side by side for a second there. Into Beckett's, I couldn't tell who it was. So, but they backed out of it and weren't able to get the position. Watching Steve Stevenson chase Snowfie, and he has caught up to Snowfie, P5. So he's most definitely caught up to roughly where this top 5 is. And all he has to do is to overtake one car to try to kind of realistically get into this fight. He is going to be 8 seconds back once he gets past Snoofy, though, if he does. But still following Snoofy. Let's see if we can get a move into second one. I don't think he will, though. It's not close enough. I think he might just be focusing on the DRS straight, actually, just coming up. Go on board again, see if we can get a good exit. So Snoofy, I think, got a bit of wheel spin there. And yeah, I think it's going to be an easy DRS overtake from Steve Stevenson. Going to the Brooklands, goes down the inside and takes the corner pretty easy and overtakes. And he's up to P5 and around 8 seconds behind Simon. So do you think he could maybe get into that top 5 fight with some smart strategy plays, maybe pitting earlier than these top 5.
I mean, Stevenson's a very fast driver, so I wouldn't want to do that. Just going back to Southwood, he's just set his first lap on those C1s, and he did a 31.5, so he was a second faster than Coulson and Neil, 5 tenths faster than Lawrence and P1 as well. So that those tyres really work out at the moment. Let's see when the rest of the field decides to pit just below half distance, lap 16 out of 34. We'll be thinking about it soon.
Yeah, so this, yeah, that C1 is working very well for Dave Southwood then, and definitely going to try to be pushing, waiting for all these guys to pit. See how much positions he can gain when all the pit strategies are complete. As you said, I think it's going to be a one stop for everyone in this race. So we'll see how it all plays out eventually when those guys go into pit. I think that was actually, what was that? I think that was a lap car. Yeah, that's Mason Schultz getting lapped by Steve Stevenson. He's on the, I think it's a C3 tire. Yeah, he's on the C3 tire, P20. Let's see what
track temperatures currently at 30 degrees, so hottest it's been.
Yeah, the track's hottest it's been. So yeah, that's definitely not gonna help the tires at this point, but it's gonna cause them to wear more and be difficult to manage them. But will that affect Southwood that much? He is on the harder tire, so.
Probably help him. I think it's, even though it's Silverstone, it's still quite hard to get temperature in the C1s. Hotter track temperatures will probably help out, but the rest of the field's probably going to be switching to those C1s too. So kind of the same for everybody. Those on the C3s at this stage, though.
Yeah, but everyone currently right now is kind of struggling on these C2s, which at this point have to be a bit worn now. They're not pulling out the maximum performance these tires can give at this point of the race.
Yeah, I mean,
I was talking about it. Yeah, Steve Stevenson pits. And so does Snoopy, I think, right behind him. So does Simon Bennett.
It'll be interesting to see what tyres they go on to, because we're assuming a C2, C1, but they might be doing C2, C3.
We'll see Steve Stevenson.
It is easy to run those tyres, but if the track temperature does stay at 33 for the hottest speed, really make those C3s difficult to take that distance.
Now let's see what Simon Bennett hits onto. Oh, a C3. He goes into a side set. Steve Stevenson goes into the C1. And Snoopy again also on the C1. Steve Stevenson coming out of the pits now, entering the track in P9, just behind Gautier, who's on.
Behind Simon there, so it looks like Southwood must have made a mistake, although he was setting some fast lap times.
Very slow last lap. 134.8 for Southwood. Considering a few laps ago he was faster than the leader.
Maybe traffic or just a mistake from him, but that alternative strategy kind of come crumbling down as Lawrence is in the lead, in the pits, in the lead.
Yeah, that goes without saying.
Yeah, Cody Lawrence pits our leader, hitting. He's leading this race. I think he might actually lose the lead. I don't think he had that much of a gap to keep the lead if he pit. As
that goes past him through.
Neil pits too. We'll see what they pit on. Yeah, that's Coulson taking the lead of the race. Still hasn't pit though. He has a pit stop to serve. As Cody Lawrence, we see him exit the pits now. Yeah, he exited on a set of C1s. That was pretty predictable, as that's what everyone's kind of been doing. I think Neil still sitting in the pits. He actually might be fixing some damage. He's been in the pits for a while. As let's see where he could exit out of. I think it's Simon gonna get past him. Will he get past Dave Southwood? No, I think Southwood's gonna be clearly past him. Yeah, he does. But he does get in front of Gautier and Steve Stevenson's. And he's still actually on C2s.
That seems like a mistake.
Ooh, that's Steve Stevenson and Gautier battling again. Just right behind him. Stevenson on pressure hard and getting past Thomas Gautier. As Carter Jackson, I think that's him getting ahead of Amy Park. Yeah, Steve Stevenson now chasing Neil. And Cody Lawrence just waiting for Coulson to pit. That's what's currently happening on track right now. We're still waiting for...
Coulson's just come in the pits. How's it going to come out with Southwood and Neil?
So Southwood, what was it? Oh, Coulson has pit. Well, Coulson, yeah, pitting. Kind of missed that. Let's see what he comes out on. C1s. Let's see where he leaves. Stoppa gets past him. Stoppa, Verdaccio both still need to pit in this race. With Simon, though, and I think he actually might get ahead of Simon by a good margin. We'll watch. As no, Simon gets past.
Southwood into the 31s again.
Yeah, Simon.
2 good laps from him.
Yeah, and Steve Stevenson had the past lap of the race in 30.4, but yeah, that's Simon Vanilla in front of Coulson. That's definitely not going to help Coulson in his, I guess, defense for P2, but he is on much fresher tires, and he's on a harder tires. Simon is on the C3, which, while faster, does wear more, as it is a softer tire. But we'll see if Benoit can take those, C3s, yeah, to the end.
Well, we saw Southwood pit on about lap 12 or 13, was it? So, I think Simon pitted on about lap 17, lap 16 to switch to those C3s, so it's going to be really difficult to take those 17 laps to the end of the race. The rest of the field on C1 is really going to be breathing down his neck at the end of the race.
Yeah, here we have Jesper Stoppa switching into just the right time as Cody Lawrence takes the fastest lap from Steve Stevenson. Jesper Stoppa comes to pit and will drop back. Yeah, this is his first pit stop of the race, and Verdaccio, I think, might, in response, pit next lap. It's Cody Lawrence getting passed. I think there's going to be a bunch of people getting past him. Yeah, he's dropped on P5, P6, but just to note, he is on the C1s, though. So
Stevenson's right on the gearbox of Neil's side. He's doing that recovery drive. He's caught up to what is basically the next coasting group.
Yeah, Steve Stevenson really now trying to get into this top 5 fight and maybe get on the podium. After that incident on lap 1, which kind of ruined his start. But DRS active, he's in that DRS zone. And he's chasing Neil for P6 as it stands right now. But Verdaccio still has to pit, so this would be a net P5. I think, no, wait, yes. So net P5 right now, as Verdaccio still has to pit. As he's going through Maggots and Beckett's right now. You see Benel and Coulson behind him. He's also on the C1s just like Stoppa, and I think Stoppa switched on to the E2, I think. Yeah, he's on the... He went on to the C2s.
Southwood made a mistake.
Southwood?
Had a big lock-up earlier. It could have... I think that was just the delta.
No, he's dropped down to P7.
Yeah, he has dropped down to P7. He's behind Stevenson, yeah. He's Southwood down to P7 behind Stevenson. Yeah, I guess he might have had a mistake. Sorry, we didn't catch that on stream. As Verdaccio pits now. It's going to allow Neil Stevenson and now Southwood into the top 4. And yeah, so Steve Stevenson and Neil now fighting for P4. And if they can catch with the Coulson on the podium, or Coulson on the podium. Obviously, I think, ooh, it's really bad. That's all far off there. He goes getting a bit. As well, that's Coulson behind them. I was about to say, I thought I saw a car off there. I got a bit confused. Yeah, that's Coulson behind Dave Southwood now. And I guess that's a mistake from him. He's down to P6.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was so strange. I swear I saw a car off, but I thought it was just my imagination or something. But no, that's Coulson making a mistake. Out of the first few turns onto that straight and leave the position to Neil Stevenson and Southwood. Now Stevenson is fighting for a podium. And trust me, he's definitely going to be pushing now more. Well, obviously he's fighting for a podium. And so Neil, I think, is going to have to defend harder than ever. Yeah, Stevenson is just in the gearbox of Neil through these corners. See what they set. Steve Stevenson sets a 2/10 faster. 2/10 faster on the last lap. Steve Stevenson. So he definitely is pushing. And so is David Southwood. He is faster than Neil too. I think this is where Stevenson might get the move done. Into the straight, heading into Brooklands. Let's see if he gets a good exit. Yes, he does. I think he might just be close enough if he does want to do it, but no, he stays behind. Follows through Brooklands.
Really difficult to get an overtake done there. The braking zone is just so short. You brake as you start to turn in for the corner, so if you're not alongside, you're not able to...
Ooh. That's them getting past the lap car. I think that's yeah, they're trying to get past. The cops now into Meggett's and Beckett's. Steve Stevenson is going to have to follow as best as he can with this dirty air and get a good exit leaving Beckett's. See if he can get a move done down this the hangar straight.
Only lost 2 tenths, so we're doing really well to get through that.
DRS on. Let's see if Steve Stevenson is thinking of a move. I think he is. Oh! I think guys, when he just got close enough, the straight just ended, and when you pull out to make a move on either side, so he sticks behind. Dave Southwood still on the same gap he was around this time in the last lap. But maybe it's a turn 1 move for Stevenson again, around the outside maybe. As tries to stick it, and I think actually again with the turn 1 moves for Steve Stevenson, I don't think he's gonna get it done. But the amount of commitment you need to even go for a move like that is insane. And I think he might get a good run out of here. No, it kind of wiggles a bit. But the DRS is strong. Let's see if he can get it done into Brooklands. No, he's just a bit too far. But yeah, the amount of commitment to go for a move at T1 here at Silverstone with these cars is insane. And he almost did it for a second time.
I don't know if Neil was moving under braking, to be honest, on the back straight.
You know, it's hard to tell from the camera angle we're on, but I think Steve Stevenson's going to get another chance again. He is faster throughout the lap than Neil, as he is on slightly better tires at this point, I believe. But we'll see as they go through my Beckett's now, as they're now going through, I guess, Beckett's the second half and leading, so let's see if Stevenson can get a run into the final corner, or not the final corner, but one of the last corners or taking zones of this track. No, it's just not close enough. So just focus on next lap, getting those exits out of the corners. And yeah, look, he's gaining through the corners, Steve Stevenson. You see right there how much time he just gained through that last chicane. Schwardacia is currently close to Gisbrand through the last few turns, but it isn't able to get the move done. So they're fighting for the last 2 point positions. Carter Jack's P11, P6 seconds behind. Both on the same strategy as of right now, so let's see if Schwardacia can really get a move done. Steve Stevenson, though, I think might actually be close to getting moved done. Let's actually go back follow him, as he is very close to Neil again, 3/10, following him onto this back straight into Copp's corner. You see he's able to follow through Max to Beckett's and get the move done, go on board with Steve Stevenson. Let's see how close he's able to follow. Down to 6, does he drop down to 5th? Yeah, try to get a good exit on his back straight. I don't think it's good enough, but his DRS is strong, but again, not strong enough, I think, to get a move done. Ooh, he did kind of think about it there. Maybe it's 7, but I think it was just too far.
Yeah, he wasn't as close as he was 2 laps ago.
But yeah, look how close he's hit the corner. I think he definitely can get past Neil. It's just, he just has to be close enough and follow. It doesn't see, and it also seems like him following him through Maggots and Beckett's. Steve Stevenson stays pretty close, all things considered, as Neil kind of defends the inside there as precaution, as Stevenson is very close. I think Steve Stevenson might have a chance here again. Yeah, no, Dev's gonna have a chance here. Ooh, it's Neil aggressive defending there. Trying to squeeze him to the inside, but he can't defend for just how strong that DRS was. And Steve Stevenson gets up to the podium positions, passing Neil for P3.
Yeah, I think Neil squeezed the throttle just a bit too much on the entry into Brooklands and unsettled the car, giving Stevens that position.
And now Neil's on the other end of this battle. Now he's the chasing car. I don't think he's going to be able to overtake Steve Stevenson with the tire strategy currently they're on right now. The gap's already half a second coming out of Maggots and Beckett's.
A thing to note though, them two have been battling, but they've still been catching P2. That gap was 5 seconds before they started battling. Neil has a look there. Yeah, it was 5 seconds before they started battling. It's down to 2 now. So Simon on those C3s is just not working out for him. He's got another 8 laps to go. The gap's less than 2 seconds even, so he's just throwing away the time.
Yeah, Simon Bennett on C3s, started on C2s. Decided to see if he can bring the C3s to the end, but I think these are just starting to finally fully wear out and just become, well, he's just losing time at this point now with these tires, as these aren't correct for some reason. So let's get out with this, but Simon is gonna have to try his best to keep these tires alive and performing well at the end of the race. So he pits now.
That's going for an overtake on Southwood. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, thank you for that. But yeah, Clausen getting ahead of Southwood, both on the C1 tires, and both still battling. I think Southwood's not going to be able to come back to the Cops corner, but he's still very close.
Yeah, Southwood's tyres are 14 laps old. He started on the C3s with that alternative strategy, and he's not really going to be able to be competitive. He just has to hold on and hope he can keep that P6 he's got. Yeah,
the alternate strategy lowers the risk with how high the wear is here. Stevenson's
within DRS range of Benoit here, so Benoit's just lost all time.
Yeah, Simon was just
seconds that last lap.
Now Simon, I guess, is just throwing away time, and yeah, Steve Stevenson and Neil have now caught up to the driver in P2. I think this might make this battle a little bit more interesting. Simon's going to be trying to defend as hard as he can, but I don't think he's going to be able to keep them behind him for the whole race. I think they're starting to catch up to some lap cars in front of them now. Yeah, it's P18 in front of them now. Martin, Souza. Yeah, Martin Souza in P18. They're gonna have to pass him. I think it's Nathan in front and Hubert in front of them.
It's worth mentioning that Ryan Wilson's on 25 lap old tires.
Oh, I think Steve Stevenson got in front of. No, yeah, but now it's lost the positions. Yeah, they just gone through Cop's corner. Yeah, I think Simon's now just going to be on just have to defend now. I don't think he's definitely not going to be able to catch up with how much time he's throwing away compared to Steve Stevenson. Side by side battles happening there. I think Steve Stevenson, ooh, Jay Neal getting a bit loose, trying to get through these lapped cars. I think it's Steve Stevenson ahead, just driving away. Yeah, it is. As Neil is just had to deal with all those lapped cars. We're in a battle of their own right now. P17, but side by side to turn 1. So I think it's Nathan Hertras leading this field in the back. Yeah, it's Steve Stevenson in P2 now. Down from the back of the grid from lap 1. So a strong drive from the American driver. And yeah, just a really solid drive. It's a great comeback drive for him. He is 30 seconds behind the lead of Cody Lawrence, but I don't think anyone was realistically challenging Lawrence today with how fast he's been all race. As Dave Southwood gets past caution again.
Wilson got involved with some of the lap traffic.
Yeah, lap traffic I think starting to affect these guys in the front now. Especially with what we saw, how much they're battling. See, Gispen Sapa getting past Rogaccia there for P9. Yeah, I just see behind Southwood all these cars. Max Carlson 6th. Trying to stay ahead of these lap cars. Ooh, that's one of the lap cars spinning out there. It's Martin Souza spinning out there. I think that's Snoofy. Yeah, Snoofy right behind Colson. So maybe he's going to have to defend from drivers fighting for actual position now. Because I think, yeah, this whole pack of drivers right here. Well, I guess these two drivers, Gotcha and Snoofy, catching up to Colson. I think once Snoofy gets into that DRS, it's going to be a natural threat to Colson in his position. It's 5 laps to go in this race. 4 once Cody crosses the line. So time is running out for these drivers to make their moves stick and gain or lose position. We'll see how this plays out. Thomas Gauthier chasing Snoopy. Want to be back in Coastman. But he hasn't fallen that far back. Lost a bit of time to Cops. See if he can maybe get a run to get a DRS overtake down the stretch straight. See, coming out of Magic Packet, I don't think he's going to be close enough. But Carson is very close. Dave Southwood is, for talking about drivers who are close. So when they're fighting, is Carson's down the inside and easily back ahead of Dave Southwood. And Dave Southwood jumped for a second, but Max Carson easily back ahead. And with 4 laps to go when he crosses the line, I think he's going to have a pretty easy job of defending from the only driver on the ultimate strategy this race. Let's see, Dave Southwood is not too far from Snoofy either too, so I think he's going to have to really watch out for the drivers behind.
Both of these guys are probably going to catch Noir by the end. He's on the C3s, he lost so much time to Stevenson and me, and yeah, you can see Coasting just within a second now, so we're going to get DRS. Stay within that one.
Yeah, Simon, yeah, too. I think he did start on the C2s as well, but decided to pivot to C3s, go for a bit of a risk. But yeah, now about to get overtaken by Coasting, maybe in the Cop's corner even. I know it doesn't be close enough, but yeah, most definitely on that back straight will get overtaken. I think he's going to even get overtaken by Southwood, yeah. So the strategy gone wrong is, yeah, he's even thwarting them up here through Mankins and Beckett's. I think for Coasting, it's going to be an easy DRS overtake into this corner. As it goes down around the outside and just takes the race in line. There's Simon, and now Dave Southwood, I think, will be the next driver to pass Simon.
Might be a bit harder for Southwood though. He's on much older C1s. His tyres are 18 laps old. Wilson's are only 11. So might be a bit harder this time. Then might have to hold on. Then 3 laps to go.
Southwood is not too far. Southwood is not that far off there from Simon. And I think Simon's tires have just been falling off more in these laps. I think he's kind of maybe even in a worse position than Southwood of trying to defend from the drivers behind him. His tires are way more worn than the C1s. But just how fast these the softer tires wear out on conditions like these and stuff and such. Only 5/10 a gap. I think if he gets a good exit and just run next to Beckett's, he could get that move down into the back straight.
Beware of the cars behind though. They're nearly within a second, so if he gets it wrong, it could lose some more positions.
Yeah, Snoopy is only 5/10 behind Southwood. Yeah, and now under 5/10, so yeah, this can be DRS for everyone on the straight. Yeah, Dave Southwood easily gets past Simon. Yeah, now Simon's gonna have to defend from all these guys chasing him. With 2 laps to go, when he crosses the line, it's gonna be tough. One is, yeah, now Snoopy trying to go for the overtake on Simon. He's just falling back, losing time every lap. There's a few corrections on the wheel there, just not lose the car. The last corner. Thomas got to get past Snoopy. Dude, how much he was holding them up. See if he can get past on these C1s. I don't think he's going to be able to get past here. Maybe on this first straight, though.
I feel like it's going from can Benoit keep the car behind to can keep his car on the track. All over the place.
Yeah, he's definitely struggling on these tires. I think Thomas got here. Go around the outside, now the inside, into Village. I think the Village, just stays ahead and kind of pushes Simon onto that AstroTurf. I think Snoopy now, very close. Oh yeah, he's gonna be very close. Yeah, Max Beckett's runs a bit wide though. Oh, as Simon's going back for the move. They go side by side to Maggots and Beckett's. No contact, but I think. Oh, he's putting on. Oh no! Oh. That's contact between Simon and Snoopy. Simon losing the car. He was struggling on those tires, but they just couldn't take it, and he's lost control. And he's into the gravel. As like you said, Cody Lawrence did pit, and he pitted for C5s. He had a 30-second gap, and I think now he's just trying to see if he can have some fun, improve that fastest lap. But yeah, that's Simon. Into the wall. I'm kind of glad we caught that incident on the stream, but that's him into the wall, losing the car, taking out Snoopy as well. I think Snoopy did kind of recover, actually. And that's Simon down into P11, out of the points. There's Cody Lawrence, I guess.
Is that a C5 for Cody Lawrence?
Yeah, that's a C5 for Cody Lawrence, like I said. He had a 30-second gap coming into the second to last lap, and he's just going to pull the opposite of what Ricardo pulled in Singapore in F1 in real life and just pit on the second to last lap and see if he can get that fastest lap on, well, the last lap. Instead of being P18 like Ricardo, though, he's P1 with a 7-second gap even after pitting, so I guess we'll just watch if Cody Lawrence can set a new fastest lap or just how fast he can go. I think that's a Stevenson mistake from Stevenson, actually. Stevenson was on the podium, but a slight mistake from him has costed him the podium position. That's a Carlson behind? Did Carlson make a mistake too? That's Steve Stevenson back on the podium. Okay.
I'm so confused.
I'm so confused too. I didn't even see Carlson go off. But Carlson re-overtakes there. Lets him through again. As a Simon Benoit DNFs from the race.
Stevenson
Final lap now then though. Neil P2, Lawrence going to fastest lap. Purple in the first sector, 24 dead.
Yeah.
Benoit throws in the towel.
Yeah, Benoit throws in the towel. Calls it a day just at the end of the race. Sad to see. But he was just really struggling on his tires. And a bit of confusion here for who's going to finish on the podium. There are a few, I think, small mistakes. And Steve Stevenson's really turning that wheel. Oh my god. I think that might just be AC school. Its quirkiness when it comes to spectating cars. He's really turning that steering wheel. But I think it's going to be Steve Stevenson fourth, Coulson third, and Neil second. But we all know he's going to be in first. He's coming across the line. He's put no foot wrong. He's been dominant this whole race, this whole weekend or session. Cody Lawrence wins the first test race here in Formula Trout with a dominant performance, and hats off to him. He gets the fastest lap too of 128.8. And I'm actually interested. I'm gonna go look at the quali results because I want to see what he said in quali and how far off he was.
Stevenson dropping back even further. P6 now, so horrible in the race for him.
Well, race falls back even more. P6, losing it to Thomas Gauthier, Dave Southwood, who finishes P4. On the alternate strategy, I don't think he did too bad. He's only one position down from where he started. So, not too bad. Steve Stevenson 6th, Gauthier 5th. Gisbrand Stop is 7th. Roberto Rodacchia comes in 8th. Snoopy after that incident 9th. Carter Jackson is actually DNF, so that gives Andy Park 10th place at the end of this race once he crosses the line. But yeah, this is your winner. Just miles ahead of the field the whole race, and hopefully once he comes back around... Oh, he's gonna give us some here. Give us some donuts? Give us some donuts, please? I don't know if he's watching the stream.
Donuts in a test race.
Hey, he still won. A win's a win.
Weird flags.
Does he have fuel? I don't know, but...
Stop, they're already dead.
My little car's going past him, but... there we go. Who's that next to him? It's a rolling Justin next to him. I was like, I'll come in to do donuts with him now. Love that Cody Lawrence doing some celebratory donuts. It's a test race, but a win's still a win. And while there was some good competition, he was just miles away. He was miles ahead of the field.
It's worth noting that his microphone and headphones during the Discord chat were completely muted. Ultimate focus from Cody Lawrence. Neandra Green says Super Cody. Esprand Stoper says very good race, guys. That was a lot of fun, which is always nice to hear in a test race. You know, from newcomers. To Cody Lawrence, I didn't realise how much of a monster you were first time racing with you, and I'll give you respect.
Oh, tire blowout. Tire blowout for Cody Lawrence. Look at his tire. Nice. But yeah, that was a good race, all things considered.
Andy Park celebrating he's in the points.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier, it's just a test race, not for a championship or anything. But still nice to know that. Hopefully everyone had a fun race and they've got a taste of what we can offer going forth.
So I guess put some people here in to commentate. Interview. So is there more race interview? I guess we'll put in the winner. Cody Lawrence. Hello?
Hello there.
Hello. Test race winner, Cody Lawrence. How are you feeling? I guess after a pretty good result and performance from you.
I'd say that was pretty nice. Didn't quite get the final quality lap in that I wanted. I just kind of had a moment on my last run, but thankfully I had enough for pole on my second to last lap, and yeah, race pace was exactly what I wanted. It's nice to have that kind of speed and that kind of that oneness, comfort with the car. I mean, picked up right where I left off from last time we raced in these cars, so that's fantastic, you know. So I'm really happy.
And so, yeah, pretty dominant quality race performance, and obviously, I guess, yeah, preparing for season 12. How you feeling? Obviously, you don't know which car you're going to use, but how are you feeling going into the season, or when to go into the season, I guess?
Well, if we do the VRC, I'm pretty well set there. been really happy with that car, and some other leagues I've been driving it in. If we go for the RSS 24, it'll be a new challenge, new adventure. We'll see how much it changes from the 23, if it does much at all. If it does, I'm ready for it. If it doesn't, well, I've got a good base with this car. So looking forward to it. It's good to be back racing these cars, racing them here, and having a good time. So I'm hoping that form holds to the next season, season 12.
Yeah, well, I guess we're all excited for the season 12 of Premier Series start again. So obviously, we're gonna hope to see you there. Any hints on who you're gonna drive for? I guess I might as well ask.
I mean, I'm pretty happy with Maxi. He's been good to me. We've got a good team, good environment there. I still don't know who will be the teammate of mine, but whoever it is, I'm happy to have him there, and we're going to get the most we can out of this car, and we're going to help the other people around us do the same. That's going to be my goals for next season. Just continue getting the most out of these cars week in, week out. That's my plan.
Well, yeah, obviously, we're excited to see you in season 12, especially if you can give us performances like this. But yeah, I guess we'll see you in the next test race or when season 12 starts.
I'm looking forward to it. I know we've got a lot of good drivers on the grid that came in. I know, sorry to kind of reopen the interview like this, but I know Steve will be very quick. Jaden is a very, very good driver. I've raced with him in LFM. He's comprehensively beat me in the F3 cars. So once he gets comfortable with these cars, he's going to be right in the flag. I know that. So I'll be looking forward to that and seeing how everyone develops and how everyone gets on with the next car. So that's sorry to reopen it up on you, but just wanted to throw that in.
Well, good. Well, yeah, I guess we'll see you in the next test race then.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Take care, everyone.
Take care.
Thank you. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
It's always good to have an eventful test race and a successful one as well. Leaves a good impression with everyone. Yeah, I mean, it's quite exciting not knowing who Cody Lawrence's teammate is. Knowing Maxi, he'll have something up his sleeve. Maxi being the younger GP team boss. Yeah, what are your thoughts on that race?
Well, good race, I think. Obviously, Cody's performance was really set in stone from qualifying to the end of the race. He was definitely the fastest guy on track. Then also, I think we had pretty close competition between the guys kind of fighting for P10, P8, all the other positions that went podium. I think everyone was pretty close. All things considered. Did miss you with blue flags, I think, a few times, which affected some battles, but I think all things considered it went pretty well, and I'm kind of excited to see how these guys are going to work, because I know some of the people who, again, want to make it that race, but hopefully next test race, we'll see some more people come up.
I swear to God, if Maxi also signs like Steve Stevenson for younger GP, I will scream. Like someone better make sure that he's not racing there. I'm looking at you, Alex. Don't make me make a team just to stop that happening. It's gonna happen, isn't it? He's been racing for him in the sprint series. God damn.
Yeah, so I guess driver room was already heating up a bit before the season even started. So I guess we'll have to see how the driver seats and teams play out when registering opens. Eventually, we'll have to see that. I guess that's it for the race, and I think that's it for stream. I think everyone who came to watching, I guess, and we'll see everyone, I guess, the next test race or the first race of the season, depending on what comes next. So I want to thank everyone for watching, and we'll see you all eventually. Bye bye.